Hey boys, it's me! Duck Pants here. How are you boys? You guys doing alright? Alright. I definitely will not edit that in post. We've got more updates today, boys. Quite a few, actually. The Dual Dragon, Zeal, and Sorceress is coming along well. I haven't been able to play as much as I'd like to this week, but we have managed to get some decent upgrades, particularly the end of last stream, so I'll run through that now. We have managed to respec. It is not our final, but I think I'm approaching my limit on how much I want to spend on this build, and I'm interested in fleshing out maybe a couple of other ideas in season for a different character, which I don't typically do. You guys know that I choose one, and I just burn all my autism into that, and then I stop playing and making content, and then I start again next season. So I'm hoping I can kind of pivot into another one soon. Anyways, we're finally level 90. Strength is reasonably high because, as you'll see maybe in the thumbnail, we now have a Crown of Ages. Yeah, there we go. I did have a single socket one for a while, but we have a 2-socket because we need 30 increased attack speed here so we can reach 40 overall with max frames from our Zeal. So that'll cap us at 3.23 APS, assuming we're at 5 hits, which is where we should be. Dexterity is not too much higher than what we need in terms of requirements. We can bump it up a bit more if we get some more skillers like this with dexterity and maybe some small charms, but that's about it, really. Without Twitch Throw, it is kind of hard to get max block. I know I've seen a few of you boys kind of ask that. I would like to. It's better suited on the Dual Dream Throw Sorceress, because that one you don't actually need the chest for an aura piece, but with this we do with Dragon. Vitality, I've got 300, and I have put excess into energy, and I have put skill points into energy shield. Now, resistances are not capped out yet. I do have a flickering flame on the Mercenary, so if I hop back into here, I can show you that my res goes up to 60. So, my resistances are decent, my energy shield is dog shit, but, you know, we're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Skills, I put 1 into frozen armor, so we can do that. Lightning skills, I only have 1 point all the way through, so with my plus skills on switch, I get myself, with my CTA, up to the following. Energy shield at 12, at 63%, and then we're sitting at 15 and 800. The rest of the skills is as follows. So Warmth and Enchant are maxed out. Fire Mastery is maxed out. I've got 1 Wonders down to Firewall, which I feel like I probably don't need, actually, my next respec. Fireball is 20, and then I have Firebolt at 10 because they are synergies for Hydra. So Hydra does stack up damage pretty well when we have it. Our Zeal damage is 15k. Firewall is 5500, and our Hydras do, I think, about 860 per... you know, each one of those. Over to the gear, though, because this is the fun bit. So, we did end up getting the crown, which is lovely. So I can pair that with anywhere else I need attack speed to reach 40. The jewels I have in here are trash. One of them has defense on it. The other one has 76 attack rating, as you can see. Ideally, I want to be using stuff that has resistances, as well as the pairing of attack speed on there. So I'll show you one of them that I have collected through a little cheap trade, which is this one. So 15 increased attack speed, 14 lightning res. I can get stuff like that, you know, to chuck in. But I need to have the 30 increased attack speed here, so that leaves me 2 options to get my 40 breakpoint. So I can either use High Lords here, which would, you know, give me enough. Plus skill that, you know, helps out my Zeal. It also helps out my CTA. I know I don't have enough strength. I'll get to that. I'm retarded. And I could also put any type of gloves with attack speed here. I can get 10% attack speed rare gloves with resistances. Would be quite nice, but I'm not too crazy about getting them now because I do have other places I can get res, such as the jewels and my crown, which I want to do. Drax, I've only just started testing. I don't know how consistent it is. I do think it is dependent on the area that I am farming, because me and my Mercenary do so much damage anyway. But for the most part, this is kind of what we're doing, yeah? If I want to switch out my High Lords, I can go Mara's, and then let's say I'm using... I could put Magnus skin in there, right? Since I don't need the excess fire res from Laying of Hands. That's an option. Anyways, the rest of the gear. So, Dragon in the Archon plate. Finally, we have two with, you know, the Hyperion shield. It's amazing. The boots I haven't upgraded yet, and I'm not sure if they're really going to change. I really like them. We've got Cold Res is almost perfect. Lightning Res is 20. Magic Find, Hit Recovery, Run Walk. It's beautiful. Raven Frost is nice. I got a 249, 17. I did find a... What did I find? 250 attack rating, 19 dexterity, and I ended up selling that, so that was nice. Excuse me, it's blocked up a bit. It's been so cold lately. Arachnid Mesh is lovely. I do have my 10 FCR here with attack rating, Mana Steel, dexterity, and poison. Very nice handy ring, because I'm missing a lot of those stats on other pieces, and that's about my jewelry. I know with my cast rate, I don't need the 30 breakpoint when I have my weapon switch out. But when I do switch, whether I have a memory or in this case a spirit shield, that's going to reach my next breakpoint of 63. Except my spirit is not over 33 FCR, and I also messed up my respec, so I don't have enough strength to have my crown on switch. I'm sorry, boys. I respec and I left my T-Gods on, so yeah. I need to sort that, and I apologize, okay? But I thought I'd do the video anyway because I was tired. My charms haven't really changed. I got a couple attack rating, life, hit recovery, life, a little bit of life attack rating I found here and there. Nothing amazing. Skillers are about the same. I haven't really put any effort into properly replacing the charms, because we've been looking for the big pieces here. But now we have most of them. If I am going to continue playing this build regularly, then I will. But I'm interested in maybe trying something else. Mercenary. Pretty damn happy with the Mercenary. This is extremely strong, and I don't feel like I need to grind for an infinity. I really don't. Treachery in a Ethereal Great Hallberg at 718, that is enough. Anything over 700 defense is fine. If I really want to, I could get something that's, you know, over 840 defense, sure. I did end up trading a Vex rune for a amazing Flickering Flame. This has perfect level 8 resistance fire aura, which is the #1 stat that I care about if it's on the Mercenary, because we get that for ourselves. Because you can see before, as I showed, my resistant fire aura is only 60. Resistant fire aura, fire res. There you go. Who cares? Minus 13 enemy fire res, and then it does have 13 ED on the base. So I was pretty excited. Missed Matriarchal Bow, level 9 concentration. I showed you guys that earlier in my last video, but it's pretty good, boys. So I need to respec again. It is very messy, but it's good. It's pretty strong, boys. So I'm going to buff myself up again. Let's do all of this. I can show you my enchant here is 36. I know it can be +1 higher, but I am retarded, as I showed. NG Shield is only 63. Yeah. I'm still on the fence about the Energy Shield. I need very specific fine-tuned gear if I'm going to not do any Energy Shield at all. It is just so... It's just so helpful, boys. So goddamn helpful. Is that ethereal? No. Even just a little bit. And then I've got massive life pool, you know. It's very, very handy to have all of that. I've been really enjoying the Hydras, though. I wish I can really max out the synergy more on them. And I think when I end up respecking, hopefully soon, I'll probably take my points out of Firewall and I'll just put more into Firebolt. because my Hydras is where the fun is. These guys are all fire resistant, but I'll just use this anyway as an example to show you how many Hydras I can really stack up in a single fucking room. Let's go. Oh, it's so good. Like, having this with Infinity, that obviously deals so much more damage, but it's just so fun just to get them out without casting. And another rare ring. There was a build I made in the past with dual dragons and throwing knife with war strikes. Pretty fun option if you guys haven't seen that one. Because you can stay at range and proc all your Hydras. Instead of having to, you know, just jump right in there. Because that immediately makes it a very different gear and gameplay approach as well. Because if you have to face tank everything, you really need to be a bit more careful with what you're investing your stats and everything into. But that is definitely part of the fun. Look at that. Oh, that's great. So many Hydras, boys. Give me some zombie packs so I can spawn a whole bunch of them. Oh, there is a zombie pack. How convenient. And Dariel's nothing. Not a problem at all. That's about it, boys. Like, that's all I really want to show. It's just a great build. Probably, if you are going to play this, I would say just go Energy Shield. It's been a little bit of a headache trying to min-max around it, and I only kind of play P1 to P3 for the most part anyway. If you want to do higher than that, and also do, you know, Chaos and areas which are, you know, Chaos and Throne most notably, that have just wild resistance and damage outputs, it's tougher. It's tougher. In that case, I'd probably recommend looking at the Hands of Justice build that I did, which is dual dragons, Hands of Justice, bigger pulse damage, single target hit, but also max firewall, so you have that with Infinity Mercenary. That would be a lot better for P8 and just larger AoE. But in terms of just a Zeal Enchantress, boys, summoning Hydras, I'm quite satisfied so far. So if you don't see any more update videos on this, don't cry. I might get it out in a couple of weeks or so. But if you see my streams, I may be starting something else. So I'll see you boys soon. And you can see then what it is. Ooh.